The way I'm feeling today, I just want to self-reflect, man. Just want to self-reflect. What you're about to hear is a conversation which I'm gonna have with myself right now. And yeah, like I never really give myself time to reflect and think about how I feel. Tend to put others first than myself. So I guess this is a start, man. This is a start. So yeah, what you're hearing from now onwards is just a conversation which I'm gonna have with myself, and yeah, we'll continue with the story tomorrow. So yeah, listen if you want to. Flub, 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 flub. Do you love yourself, man? Like, are you really in love with yourself, man? Like, by love, I mean, you know you've made mistakes. You know where you've been. You know where you currently are. And you know where you want to go. And with all of that, you still love yourself enough to make yourself happy, man. Do you love yourself? Do you care about yourself as much as you care about others? I mean, you keep being told, man. You keep being told by your sister that, well, not being told, but you keep hearing comments by your sister being like, it's scary how everything you do, you're thinking of how others are going to see it or view it. Like, you'd be like, I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that I can look a certain way, so that people think I'm one thing, yet I'm not. And she'd be like, why do you care about people, man? Do it because you want to do it. I've realized that most things which you want to do, you care about what others are going to say. Why do you care, man? You're a human being, man. You are a human being. Like, there's nothing you can do to change who you are. There really isn't anything you can change about yourself on a deeper level whereby it'll make you someone else. Just be you, man. Just be you. Just be you. The decisions you make should be based off you. Don't care about what others are gonna think. People will always have views, man. People will always have views, whether they're good or whether they're bad. That does not want you. People will always have views. That person you like, but you're afraid of going because they already have an idea of, or like they already have ideas they've put in their head as to who you are. Forget that, man. Approach that person. If they decide to believe what is not true, it's them. Imagine being with someone who does not believe you and does not want to believe you are who you are. Why would you stay, man? Why would you stay? if you're constantly trying to prove to someone that you are worth being loved, you are worth being liked, you are totally different from what they think you are or what they have heard, or even if you're not different, but you're not that person anymore, constantly needing to prove yourself to someone. If you feel a sense of that, run away, man. Run away. Run away. But mainly focus on you, man. Focus on you. What do you like? Coding, right? You like the concept of coding. Wait, you don't like coding? Do you at least like the idea of creating new things? Yeah, I'd like to create new things, but not be in the front line. I want to be that person who is in charge, or like is the reason why something came to life, but no one knows who they are. It's like the first time I actually saw how Kate Trinata is, it's like, oh dang, it was better me not knowing how he looked like and just listen to the music. Because once you put a face to something amazing, it kind of takes away that sense of mystery, which makes everything come together, man. So I want to be that person who does things which are extraordinary, but never be given credit for it, if that makes sense. Like an example, if someone is down and out, right, on the verge of ending it all, comes to me, lets me know about all of these things, I'd like to help the person out, right? Like to help the person out, be with them until they're okay. But I don't need a sense of recognition or praises for doing so. Because that's what we are as human beings. We have to work towards creating and being who we are. And we shouldn't be given credit for that, man. You help someone out and they're like, take this. I don't want that, man. I don't want that. Reminds me of high school where our LO teacher told us that, well, it was a quote in one of the textbooks, which was like, the most selfish thing you can do is volunteer. Because you get more out of it than that person. In the streets, you give someone food, which they haven't had like in like 2 days. You get more satisfaction than they do, because that's just something which they needed at that moment, but the memory of you giving it to that person stays forever. It stays forever. That's what I never get, man. I never get people who dedicate their lives to helping people, and they want to be seen. It doesn't seem genuine, man. Doesn't seem genuine at all. I want to be like, I want to be, what can I say? What can I say? I want to be like a president who no one knows. Like, oh, who built this house? Oh, it's a guy named 123. How does he look like? Nobody knows. Right? But I guess me having an account like Instagram and all of that kind of, it kind of beats the point, man. Me showing my face, me making these videos. It beats the point of what you wanted to do before. Remember the reason why you removed your pictures of Instagram when you were in your first year? The reason was you wanted people to know you for who you are, not what you post. You didn't care about views. You cared about genuine connections, speaking to people, man. You cared about speaking to people firsthand, man. But something changed. Something changed, man. Something changed. Before, you'd speak to anyone and everyone and not care, man. You'd be your joyful self, like, you'd be your joyful self, man. Not caring what people think. Not caring whether someone hates you on the side. You just live life. You were just you, man. But something changed. What is that thing that changed? You need to figure that out, man. You need to figure that out. There's something that changed which wasn't supposed to change. Could it be spirituality, man? Because now when you go back home, you don't even feel like going to church, man. Like you've become, I don't know, you've gone through so many phases in this year that you understand the different phases of Christianity, except being right at the top where you fully live your life by Christ. Before, you were, I would say, like a lukewarm Christian, right? You still love church, but you don't necessarily live by the word. Then, this year, you switch to a point of understanding why people don't go back to church. Understanding that sense of judgment which could come from change. You fear going to church now, well, going to church back home now because you're afraid that you are going to be judged for changing. I know it's life, man. I know it's life. Like, you can't expect a person to stay the same when you haven't seen them in a long time. But that sense of fearing to be judged, you've understood that very well this year, man. You've had ups and downs and downs and downs, but you're happy about the downs more than you are about the good moments, man. Which is weird. What human being, man? What human being likes being in a vulnerable state than being in control? What human being does not want to be in control, man? How and why? I realized I realized that I realized something weird, whereby, like, bro, you were on a clear roadmap, man, to get 90s and all for all of your modules, but when you saw that that is possible, you did less intentionally. You did less intentionally so that you have to work harder in the next test, in the next few tests. It makes no sense, man. Like, you get a 96% for your first test, right? Get 100% for a second test. Then now there's one test left, right? Before you write your exams. There's one test left before you write your exams. And you're like, I could get 100%, right? I could get 100%, or I could push towards those 90s and have that in the exam. I do this very same thing and get a 90, 96 or 95 going up. But you put little effort in that test. Came out with a 65. Your lecturer was like, if you want another chance to improve your marks, here is that chance, right? Here is that chance. I'm giving you guys another chance to improve your marks. It's an online test. It's open for the whole day, but you still chose not to do it. You chose not to do it intentionally. Having and lying to yourself, being like, nah, man, I don't want things being handed to me. I deserve that 65%, so I'm going to stick with that 65%. Like, what's wrong? It's like you work towards perfection, but you don't want perfection, so that you're always motivated towards something which you don't want to achieve. It makes no sense. Like, I want to save and save and save so that I could buy this car, but I'm going to spend money restlessly so that I carry on, or like I keep working towards buying that car instead of just saving and buy the car. I don't know, maybe that's the beauty of you, man. That's the beauty of you. When things go well, you intentionally mess them up so that you could work towards something similar or something greater than you just fumbled. Maybe that's why you find it hard to get into a relationship. Like, deep chats, man. Like, maybe that's why you're finding it hard to get into a relationship. You have this mentality that I like this person, right? I like this person. I really, really like this person. But maybe I like them way too much. Like what you said the other day about, what's this? If you like a person to a point where you can't even think about anything bad they could do, it's a red flag. That's crap, man. That's crap. Like, that's crap. Bro, you should seek love that that makes you blind. You should be in love with a person to a point whereby your love for them blinds you from all the bads which could happen. If you're in a relationship with someone and you constantly have the thought of, this person could cheat on me, this person may not like me or love me anymore, you won't enjoy love. You won't enjoy that relationship. It makes no sense how you live life, man. You need to switch something up. You really need to switch something up, man. I don't know what, but you really need to change something. You need to find out what changed from who you were in your first year and who you are now. Please, let's figure this out, man. Let's figure this out, because who you were in your first and second year, bro, like, you were driven to get good marks. You weren't blinded by the fact that, bro, there's a gateway to getting a distinction, right? But you don't want to follow that gateway because it's too simple. It's way too simple. These stories you keep putting up about, aren't you afraid of who you're becoming? Because I am. Bro, that's the deeper you screaming out, being like, bro, you are going into a wrong direction. Like, you are focusing on the wrong things, man. You could literally be happy every single day. You could be a happy human being every single day, but now you care about, how is this person going to see me? Let me walk in a specific way because, I'll be seen in this way. Let me act a certain way because I'll be seen in this way. This and that. Forget that. Forget that, man. Who cares? Who cares except you? Bro, just live life. Just live life. Whatever comes, comes. Do whatever you want to do. Just live life. Because if you live life in fear, being like, what will this person think? What will that person think? You're not going to get anywhere, man. You won't know who you are. Remember in your first year, actually not even your first year, you keep realizing every single year, man, that you need to figure out who you are before you let someone else in your life. Then you just go along, act blindly, create connections, then realize later, or like when it's slightly too late, when where you've gotten to a point where you can be viewed as a dickhead, you only realize that I don't know who I am. If I don't know who I am, I'll only be crafted into a person who the one you're speaking to wants to be with. Broski, bro, wake up. Wake up, man, wake up. Don't care what people think. Don't care what people think. You're thinking for people. You're thinking for people. This thing of you making decisions on other people's behalves is crazy. You like someone, right? You like someone, right? Think about this. Think about this. What you did over the past few years with the people you liked. It's crazy. It's crazy. You like someone, right? You like someone. You see that things are getting serious, right? You see that things are getting serious. You could actually be with this person, right? Till once one thought of doubt or one negative comes into your head being like, I may not show this person love the way they want to be loved. I have no concept of what love is. So how am I going to show this person that I love them without showing them that I am weak, or like showing a sense of vulnerability? Then you'd be like, for that person's sake, because I don't have my, I don't want to swear, but I need to swear for this point. Because I don't have my shit together, right? Because I don't have my shit together, I don't want to confuse this human being. So I'm going to end things so that we don't get to a point of the person feeling like they don't understand who I am. Because I don't have my shit together. If, like, bro, you are like, Flo, bro, you just go in circles, man. In computer science, you are like a while loop. It's like while um, you care about what people say, while you don't know who you are, right? Try figure out who you are. Try figure out who you are through others. Try figure out what people like about you and be that. Try figure out how to live life without being judged. You keep going through this loop that you can't break out of it, man. And the only way to break out of this loop is not caring what people think, and actually figuring yourself out alone. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Figure out who you are and actually work hard. This thing of you working hard in the last minute thinking that things are going to work out, they won't. You've been there. You've done that. You have no reason to fail right now. There is no reason for you to fail. There is nothing in the way. There literally is nothing in the way. Your family is not giving you any pressure. You created your own pressure, man. It's like you create trouble so that you don't become who you're supposed to be. Like you have no one to blame for where you are right now except your prideful self. No one. No one to blame except you. Bro, just get out of this loop, man. Just get out of this loop of caring what people think, of trying to figure out who you are before meeting someone. Then you actually meet someone, then you realize that you have to try figure out who you are before you carry on with this person. When it's too late, then you're viewed as a dickhead. Bro, get out of this loop. Get out of this loop. Get out of this simulation, bro. You just You just frustrate me. Like you're frustrating your subconscious self. Do you know how crazy that is? You're frustrating yourself, man. Bro, where you are right now, right? Being a cryptographer is not out of the picture. You can actually be, I would say, the 5th cryptographer in South Africa. You can be a cryptographer. You can create artificial intelligence models which can help you by making life simpler. You can support your family however you want to. You can go to places which you want to go to. You know that you're capable of doing that in the future if you work right now. But you're not working right now. You're not putting in the work. Disappear from reality, man. This thing, listen to your dad. He keeps telling you that fun times, man, they will always be there. Girls, they will always be there. Maybe not the one you wanted at the time, but they will always be that person who you genuinely connect to. So right now, work your butt off. Not grind mentality, but work your butt off knowing where you want to get to and let the rest follow. There are people who are 30-something and still haven't been in a relationship. Then they meet this one person and life is amazing. Right now, you need to focus on you. Whatever crush you have, whatever doubt you have, throw it away. You see, like when a person repents, right? Within the prayer they used to have at church, Pastor Estrelita would always say, "Wash me, Lord, wash me with your precious blood. Wash away all of my sins." Right now, wash away all of the doubt, all of the thoughts of you trying to please everyone. Wash away all doubt. If you want to say something to someone or do something or live a certain way, just do it. Whoever doesn't like it does not like it. But that does not mean be disrespectful to people. If you see someone with a fire fit and you're like, I feel like telling them they have a fire fit, tell them, man, just do it. And there are a lot of people with fire fits who stay here. Just tell them. If you're going to find out what a person is listening to, just go. Have no boundary, man. Have no limits. Be who you were in your second year. Just speak to anyone about anything and don't fear. Don't fear, man. Don't fear. This was a well-deserved talk. And I hope you do live life that way. This thing of you being afraid of showing your face in your vulnerable state, actually your face, like how you look like on on a daily basis. Like you'd be laughing in a video, then you'd like, I look weird laughing. Forget that, man. That's who you are. Just post. Just post. Not because people like people who are authentic to themselves, but because you want to post. Be unapologetic about who you are. Love yourself. Love yourself. Do it for us. Do it for us. I asked you a question in the beginning. Do you love yourself? And I think we found the answer. You don't? So let's start now and learn to love ourselves. Learn to be happy, man. Learn to be who you are. Just love you. Just love yourself. I think that's enough. If you guys have listened to this point, yeah, that's what has been happening all along in my head. And yeah, I urge you guys to do the same. Just speak to yourselves and you'll find the answer.